afternoon. It's 1 o'clock. The 8th of June. I'm leaving work early because I have an appointment with a psychiatrist today about OCD. So I really struggle with anxiety and I really struggle with recurring thoughts, and I get really stuck in a loop. And Kira, funnily enough, noticed a pattern in me that her sister had, and her sister was diagnosed with a form of OCD, because there's lots of different forms of OCD, and she said maybe you should go get checked out because your reoccurring thoughts are really, really bad. So I'm going, and I feel fine, but maybe that's why I'm so tired today, because I'm really, really, really tired today. I'm just like exhausted. It is a public holiday in Sydney and stuff, so I kind of just, maybe I'm feeling tired because it's a public holiday. Maybe I actually didn't work this weekend. Maybe my body is just feeling it, but I'm feeling pretty tired at the moment. It's been a big couple of weeks. I go to the clinic and then go home, and I probably won't work too much this afternoon, if I'm honest. Look how horrendous these sunglasses are. I had to get them off Amazon because I ran out of sunnies, and I want to buy like a nice pair, so I've got like an in-between pair. I lost my other sunnies and I just look like Edna from The Incredibles. But I'm gonna go to the clinic. I'm probably not gonna work this afternoon because, to be honest, I probably will be a little bit mentally exhausted. I don't know what to really expect from this appointment. So we'll basically see. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself because it's been a really crazy couple of weeks. So let's get into that. Good morning, happy Tuesday. It is 6:49 in the morning. It's very early. I've already done my first call of the day at 6 a.m. but I do want to get to the office early because it is Kira's last day. So I want to get the presents on the table for her. And I thought I had wrapping paper, but I don't, which is so annoying. So I'm gonna see if I can find some on the way to work, which gives me extra time, obviously. But yeah, had a call this morning with, that's the worst part of living in Australia, is that when we want to do calls with American companies, we have to do it super duper early. So I've been up since like 5 a.m. and had a call with them, which I'm super excited for. It's an app called Revio. So if you guys follow us, you know that we're quite big on appointment setters, just because like starting conversations can really help drastically increase revenue, right? But this is an AI appointment setter, and it was actually built for oh my god, who was it built for? He had an interview with Hormozi. One second, I'll get it up. I'm asking chat. It was built for Tony Robbins, and then it was so good that they've turned it into a product. So I'm trying it out. It was $5,100 for 6 months, which I pay that monthly to our appointment setter. So I was like, let's just see if we can save a bit of money here. I pay that at minimum to our appointment setter, because appointment setting is like 20%. So we'll just see how it goes. So yeah. I need a second coffee, and I need to take my brick with me, and I need to get into the office. I'm really obsessed with Amy Poehler's podcast at the moment. It's just so funny. I love just switching off from work. You know what the best thing is about running a business is that there's a life outside your business, guys. There is literally a life outside your business that you should be living, and you should have hobbies outside of your business. An update about my OCD therapy meeting. So I have OCD traits. We knew that, didn't we? So I'm in the middle of like the prognosis period, but looks like I do have OCD, which I already find a comfort in knowing that I have something and there's nothing wrong with me. I feel like, obviously OCD is like a diagnosis, but I feel like a lot of comfort knowing that there is actually help out there and it's not my brain being crazy. I feel like I should talk about, maybe I should talk about like what happens in my brain with my thoughts. But it's been really intense lately, and I went to a professional yesterday and she was like, girly pop. She didn't say girly pop, but she was like, yes, you definitely have a lot of traits of being OCD and really bad anxiety. So OCD can be quite environmental. Come on, Callie. My dog never wants me to leave the house. And when I go to work, she just sits at the front. Look at that hole that she dug. That's disgusting. Time to go inside. Come on, darling. The cleaners will be here soon. Anyone else's dog is spoiled right like this? Get up the stairs. I actually have to like hold her bum and like push her up the stairs. We'll speak to you more about the OCD diagnosis when I'm in the office, but I have to get to the office first. So see you soon. I want to talk about the OCD side of things because it was a really long journey to get here. So I've dealt with really bad anxiety my whole life, and a lot of it comes from, I have this internal thought that I think I'm the worst person in the world. There's going to be a really vulnerable piece of this vlog, by the way, but I have an internal belief that I'm a really bad person, and this stems from childhood. This stems from like being in and out of hospital as a kid. Just a lot stems from that, and I really struggle with anxiety and triggers, and particularly in business, because you guys probably hear me talk about like people dragging each other a lot. That really triggers me. I understand that business does have a competitive market, and I understand that business is quite competitive, but I don't understand the behavior, and that's what triggers me. I don't understand running a business and tearing someone else down as a form of attention, to create drama, to get attention, to make sales. Like, I've never understood that behavior, and because I don't understand it, I can't correct it. And that's basically what my trigger is that because I don't know how to correct that behavior, I don't know how to respond to it because I would never do it. That has kind of led me into the last 12 months, maybe even longer, 18 months. So really struggled with anxiety to the point where it's debilitating. Like, I call them death spirals. And basically when I get really triggered, I could be out for 6 to 8 hours where I just like am debilitated. I'm lying in bed. I can't talk to anyone. I have to listen to like an audiobook. It's really bad. And I knew like in my gut that it wasn't just anxiety. Like I was like, this can't be anxiety. Like it's way too intense for it to just be anxiety. And for so long, like my GP was like, it's just anxiety, like let's just up your anxiety meds. So I was on anxiety medication, and then I had Valiums for panic attacks, which I was having panic attacks almost like every second day at this point. And when I say a panic attack, it wasn't like the whole shaking kind of panic attack. It's kind of like my body feels this ache of anxiety and I just get debilitated, and it was getting really bad. And obviously having mental health can really impact business, and I think I've done pretty well to continue running the business where I am. And I've had to put a lot of boundaries in place. That's why I've got this little brick thing to get off social media and touch grass basically. But with my OCD, it is a thought-based OCD. So it's not like I have to touch things or something like that, but the OCD that I have, it's around thoughts. It's around the obsessive and compulsive thoughts that I have. So I get something, I see, I get triggered, I think I'm a bad person, I need reassurance that I'm not a bad person and I'm not a fraud. I feel better, I get triggered, and that's the cycle, right? And I go through that. But on top of that, it's also the need to recreate old behaviors. So I have to recreate everything that I've done wrong in my life. So when I get triggered and then I feel like shit, when I feel like shit, my brain then doubles down on that and goes, oh, you already feel like shit. Let's tell you everything you've ever done wrong in your entire life, and then you need to recorrect it. And so I will spend hours and hours and hours going through messages or going through past conversations or past interactions to try and convince myself that I'm either correct or incorrect. And for example, if someone doesn't like me, I have to convince myself that they don't like me. And it's like I'm obsessed with the pain of like what it brings up, and I have this incessant need to recorrect behaviors, and I can't move forward until that behavior is corrected. And you know, I'll either message the person and apologize, and it could be something from like 10 years ago. It could be something that was so minor and only I remember, but it is debilitating, and it's really controlled my life for the past 18 months. And I think that it's a pain that no one should really live with. Like, my brain is a prison. My brain is an absolute prison with
the thoughts that I have, and I do really, really well to manage them, but it's been really fucking hard. It's been really hard, if I'm honest, and I'm really happy that I got this diagnosis and I can now work on it. The way to help your OCD is exposure therapy, so I'm really not excited for that, but I'm just excited to actually be heard. And I knew in my soul that this wasn't an anxiety, but no one was listening to me, and I just feel so much more grateful that I know what's going on. So cheers to getting finally a diagnosis that makes sense to me, so now I can start working on improving my quality of life. Yay.
Okay. So it's Kira's last day of work today. I'm really sad. 6 years it's been. 6 pretty incredible fun years. End of an era, but start of a new one. I'm really happy for her, but obviously it hurts. I think it's just grieving a friend. It's grieving being around someone every day. There has not been a day besides weekends that me and Kira have not spoken for the last 6 years, and that's a lot. So it's okay to grieve people, but onwards and upwards. So happy Tuesday. I just spent quite literally my entire day in calls. I got on a call at 6 a.m. and my last call was at 4 p.m. So it's been a really big day, but I'm going to go home. I'm going to do my 9,000 steps because I've only done 2,000 today. And probably going to go do some cardio as well because I'm so far behind in my workout routine this week. But hey, it is what it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
This is Friday the 12th of June at 8:17 a.m. and this is what I look like. I had a sleepy day today. I slept in and I had a bit of a chill morning. Sometimes throughout the week I like to have a slow morning. It's typically Fridays because we do half days on Fridays anyways. Well, I don't, but the girls do. I just really felt like chilling. I've been working every single day lately. I don't really have a weekend, I don't have a week, it's just all over the place. So I will be taking it a little bit easier today. I do have a couple of things I need to get done, but they will get done. I know that they will. I have to put myself together to go to the gym and do my cardio. Sorry, I've got the girls messaging me from work because they are working. I'm just lazing around. Anyways, I have to go to the gym this morning, get my cardio done. I have to go into town and swap a shirt for my partner. He bought a long shirt and he got the short shirt version of it. And then I have to go into the office because I've got a client coming in today. I'm going through a bit of a crisis at the moment. Well, not really a crisis, but I'm hating our podcast microphones. I hate how our podcast sounds. Alright. Oh, sorry. Just had to delegate a lot. Do I feel like putting makeup on today? I have to, actually, because I'm going into the office. I have Brooke coming up from Melbourne today. Well, she's here already, but one of my clients, Brooke, wants to use our studio. So she's coming in and I'll be sitting there with her and helping her. I'm gonna blow dry my hair and put you in charge and I'll be back. I'm running so behind today. But anyways, I got my clothes for post gym. I'm just gonna wear this jump. Ugh. Let's make some food. Having like one of them days where everything's slow. I'm just slow. I don't relate to you. I have to feed Bubby May before she loses her shite. Alright, let's make me some brekkie. I'm starved. I'm starving. I have dinner tonight, so also got. What's wrong? Eat your brekkie. What's wrong with it? Can you eat it? What's wrong with your brekkie? What are you doing?
Are you good? Okay. We're having a hissy fit of nothing over there. Anyway, go for dinner tonight. I'm also on a diet break, which is fantastic. Today, I have 200 calories more. I actually have 3-day diet break, but I'm thinking of putting all the calories into one day because I have dinner. But anyways, I'm gonna save my carbs for dinner. I'm gonna have some scrambled eggs this morning. 3 eggs? No, I'll go 2 eggs. Let's do 2 eggs and some yogurt and some fruit. For brekkie this morning. Up and whack her on the stove. Straws, fruit, yogi. Bit of chili oil, yum. And I am gonna have TV, but not much, but I'm probably just gonna have this and a protein shake for lunch and save all my cows for dinner, if I'm honest. Oh, I hate going out for dinner when I'm dieting. Some days you have a good pan day, and then other days you have pan days like this. Today's one of them pan days. I finally hit 62 today. I've been sitting at 63 for 4 weeks. Oh my god, it feels so. My body just loves 63 kilos. Hey, like it. So annoying. I'm putting a little bit of chili stuff. If you have, this is the goat. If you haven't had this before, it's literally so yum. So putting a bit of that on there. It's yum. And then I'm literally just gonna use this bowl. Nah. Strawberry, 10 grams of yogi poo. Really isn't this sad, but that's my brekkie. Eggs, chili oil, and like a little yogurt bowl because we're saving the calories for this afternoon. I've just hit 62 and I'm not ruining it. If I got... If it was up to me, I'd be cancelling dinner. I have one of these in the morning as well. They're little like hydration salts. I know you don't need hydration unless you train a lot, but it just makes my water taste good. I really like it, and I'm really struggling with water at the moment, so I'm getting hydrated somehow. Spilled water, like an ocean comes out, like not just a little dribble. Like if you spill like a tiny bit of water, a full fucking ocean comes out of it, and there's just so much everywhere. There's so much. We have a visitor. Ducky. Hello, darling. I'm having a really bad OCD day today. Really bad one. I know that we can go out for dinner when we're dieting. Is it really worth it? Plain Greek yogurt. Got some yogi? You'll eat the yogi, you're a fatty. This is Tucker, everyone. Tucker really likes food. I just have like plain Greek yogurt. Cool, everyone's eating their brekkie. Oh my god, I need to go and I need to clean this house a little bit.